What's up, guys, and welcome to Thunderbolts Review. This movie hit a different spot in my little nerd heart, dude. Full disclosure, look, I honestly thought this movie was just going to suck. After the letdown that was Captain America, you know, the supposed return of the MCU. The path for former MCU glory just seemed a little bit shaky, dude. And even though the trailers for this movie seemed pretty good, I was still worried and still hopeful. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was a huge success, right? Characters that not many people know, so it gave the writers and director, you know, freedom to do a little bit of their own thing while also staying true to who the Guardians are. It just kind of felt like there's been too many, you know, here's the ragtag group of characters you don't know too well, they're gonna be awesome. Thanks, James Gunn. This is your fault. Now, like, I do like some of these characters, and I do like some of these actors, but still worried, dude, right? MCU's just been dropping the ball. They hurt me too many times for me to just be like, this is gonna be a good one, okay? I thought at best I was going to get a decent MCU film. I didn't think I was gonna leave the theater deep in thought, thinking about my own pain and emotions that I haven't really dealt with in a long time, my own void. And that's what this movie did. It hit something that I'm sure a lot of people can truly relate to. The idea of the void. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel like they're just stuck, right? They're like, man, why is life like lifing right now, dude? You know, just like Bob, feeling like nothing and wanting to become the god that he is, Sentry. For a lot of people have that to a certain extent. Not to that degree, but you know what I mean. And taking that idea with these characters, I thought was just genius, dude. These are characters that people don't really give a fuck about.
And there are worse guys, and nothing else. Look at you, so adorable.
Besides maybe Red Guardian because of David Harbour, who's just a great actor, you know, Stranger Things. He just has all that hype behind him. And then you have Florence, who's just a badass actress, even though she kind of showed up in, you know, the Widow movie. We don't talk about that. She was also in Oppenheimer. She was in Dune. She was in Midsommar. You got Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell, you know, who's in that bad Captain America show as a second-rate Captain America. That's just the point. You know, these are the characters no one gives a fuck about, dude, for the most part. And I think this movie really, to some extent, turned your opinion on most of them. Hey, you got Bucky, dude. You know, you got the tether to old MCU right there with Bucky, and that helps so much. It helps so much.
Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
And introducing a character in Sentry who may not be too familiar to people, but is such a pivotal character in the comics. As you can see in the movie, this guy is just all powerful. The power of 1,000 exploding suns. It's like, yeah, tight, he's on our side, right? Right? The concept of Sentry is just so cool, having this godlike being, you know, teetering on whether or not he's gonna destroy everything. It's like the Hulk on steroids, if that's even a thing. And I love the way they portrayed the Void, dude, just this black, just almost negative space, just nothingness, dude. It was so cool. All you can see is his eyes. It's so badass. And I thought Louis Pullman did a pretty great job playing Sentry. I believed him, dude. I believed the pain, you know what I'm saying? Although I would have liked to see Steven Yeun's version of this character. He apparently was supposed to play Sentry and it fell through, probably scheduling or something, I don't know what. That would have been sick to see, dude. He has a lot of pain, you know, Walking Dead type shit, you know what I'm saying? And now, little spoiler alert, okay? All these characters we don't like, right? To some extent. They weren't in the greatest of movies. But one in particular was like very egregious, and I'm so happy they went this route. I know it sounds fucked up. Taskmaster. You've completely obliterated this character. You kill her. Yes, but I don't think that truly kills the character. I'm sure there's another Red Room somewhere else building up another Taskmaster, and hopefully they do it right this time, dude. Taskmaster's supposed to be like this witty dude, almost Deadpool-like, you know what I'm saying? Not a quiet ghost that just learns all your moves. He learns all the moves, but man, be funny, say words, something. I don't know, that just made me a little happy. Felt kind of wrong for thinking that, but it was just, made me feel good, dude, okay? Feels like they're listening. Like, oh, we didn't like that. It's kind of like having the Mandarin in Shang-Chi. You're just like, oh, you son of a bitch, why are you here? Some characters were still there that they didn't really fully explore that I really wanted them to, like Ghost. And other characters, they just completely dove in and you got complete backstories as to why they are the way they are. And it just hits you in the feels, man. Even for people like Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Valentina. Get a little bit of backstory with her, and you can see why she's probably so dark. And there were some things in here that you just didn't expect would have happened. I was like, oh, we're doing if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And after the huge climax and everything just kind of gets wrapped up like a nice little bow, it sort of ends. I don't know if it's abruptly, but kind of a weird ending. Just ends. It's like, and it's over now. And then you get the after credit scene that feels a little weird until you get, you know, the thing that's kind of obvious that's coming in July. Fantastic Four is Fantastic Four. Now for me, I think Fantastic Four is going to be, hopefully. Hopefully. But this gave me hope. This was a good film. I think I'd give this movie a scary void out of 10. Not really. I think I give this movie like I give this movie probably an 8.1 out of 10. If it was just the MCU part of this film, it would have been less. But the way they relate to you through the character Sentry and, you know, the trauma, and that just hit really hard. And using these characters to do that, I think, was genius. So, you know, good film, dude. Anywho, with that, I bid you adieu. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for more videos like this, dude. I do reviews. I do first impressions for games. I do game reviews. And just other random shit, you know, thoughts in my head, you know, stuff. So, take care now, and bye-bye then. Ta-ta.